Good day, warriors. Dale Pinkert here from TradeGATEHub.com. Our sponsor is TradeView Markets. So, going to start off with the VIX. Viewers know that are following my YouTube videos, our YouTube videos, that I was buying the VIX down here in this range. Actually, called the low at 17 back here, and I sold my 25 VIX calls here. Wasn't as big of a profit as I thought it would. Be careful with options because they didn't even give me intrinsic value. They were 25 calls. They were 6 in the money intrinsic. And then they're June, so there's still time premium. And the best offer I could get was 450, 470. So even when you're right, they don't want to let you make money, these option guys. Anyway, I'm out. Almost recommitted here, but after that last experience, I go, well, gosh, even though I buy the bottom of the market, all they're going to do is give me a double. Is it really worth the time? So we could have a third drive up here on the Credit Suisse news if we get some more continuation to the downside, which isn't actually, doesn't have to happen. And if you've been following me, you know I'm looking for turning points next week as spring comes and the Fed comes. So it's possible, looking at the S&Ps here, we're either going to put in a higher low and rally, or we're going to sell off here. Some people are talking 3,600 as the next stop. I don't know. And I'm going to talk about something more important than a trading call, a trade, a forecast. You guys know that I covered my yen here, said there could be a rally. If you sold that rally, congratulations. Nice trade. Very unusual to see a day where the yen is down 180 and euro's down 180. So I thought that I'd have a chance. I was waiting for the ECB to get short euro over 108. I missed it. So what do I do now? And that's a question that I'm being asked by everyone. Coach, what should I do? Should I be buying this? Should I get out? Should I be raising cash? Should I be adding on? Here's an option. Do nothing. Because right now, the return of capital is more important than the return on capital. And when you start having ranges like this, because of overnight news like Credit Suisse, how do you manage risk when the ranges are expanding like this? So here's another idea. Let the dust settle. After there's an earthquake, there are aftershocks. What happened in SVB was a earthquake. It was a car wreck. And, you know, the old saying, the cockroach theory, if there's one, there's more than one out there. And Warren Buffett talked about that when the tide is going in, you really don't know what's happening under the surface. But when the tide rolls out, you can see who's swimming naked. And that's the stage that we're in right now. We're finding out, even though it should have been obvious to the market for well over a year, that a lot of people were taking not just hits in equities, but the bigger hits, because it's a bigger market, was in bonds. Okay, so the problem with Silicon Valley Bank and Republic Bank, and you're going to hear about this in pension funds too, is that people through 2021 stayed long bonds from, you know, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say, you know, they 20 from this level, they were still 30-40% hits on the principal, and there are going to be many casualties. It's amazing it took a year for the market to realize that many banks, many hedge funds, many states and municipalities and owners of debt were going to have problems. but this is a problem that's now coming home to roost. I feel a little bit lucky that, you know, when I was talking about buying gold last week, can't even remember if it was last week or not. Yeah, it was here. And I was looking for 1830 to hold, and I was wrong under this low. Here we go. So if you have positions on and they're working, I'm not saying get out of them. I'm just saying as far as any new trades right now in this environment, that unless you're trading with 6-7 figures and you reduce leverage dramatically, sometimes the right trade is no trade. So I thought I'd just give you a look at the monthly on the gold and what I think is going to happen now. So you see we have a double top here with this high in August of 2020, and the high here was 2075. And then the high here was a lower high at 2070. So you know that there's, you know, the bears are going to get out over this double top. I think it's a magnet, and we're going to blow through this and be trading up around 2100 and break through this double top that we have in the gold. You can't rule out another bear market rally happening here in the S&Ps, and we'll see if it's, you know, going to put in a higher low or bottom into the vernal equinox next week and the Fed next week. And the ECB will be a litmus test for what the Fed does. We'll see if Lagarde still goes 50 with Credit Suisse teetering, because the Saudis say they're not going to, I believe, either buy more Credit Suisse or keep their funds there. So I think Rubini is saying that Credit Suisse could be a Lehman moment. We'll see. But I think there's a chance that we get one more good rally up towards 4,100 in S&Ps. I'm not going to trade it. I'm going to wait till next week, not only because of the extreme volatility in ranges, but that's when I have some cycle turns. So the best advice I could give people right now is to be a spectator. It's okay at times to be a spectator rather than a speculator, and be patient and wait for some of this to quell. If it doesn't, that's okay. It will. Patience, patience. And if you are trading, use less leverage. So that's really what the most important thing I have to say to everyone that's listening to my voice is sometimes the option to do nothing is the right choice. So I hope I didn't bore you, because I'm not making any big calls, although, you know, I talked about what gold could do. If we get a rally back towards 4,100 and the S&P's 4080, anywhere up here around these highs, I'll get into VIX products again. I think it's possible that we're going to have some type of low here at the beginning of spring, or it's already happened, and we're going to have a bear market rally maybe for a month, okay? And I'd pay attention to the old Wall Street expression this year, and that means shorts. The expression is sell in May and go away, and I'll be looking for VIX buying opportunities if this unfolds the way I think it will. Well, people say, well, Dale, if you want to short it at 4,100, why don't you just buy it here and ride it up here? Because that's not the trade. Maybe it doesn't go to 4,100. The trade is a sell up here. It doesn't mean that, and I used to do this, okay? What I'm saying you're thinking has been in my head, and I've done it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's not the trade. That, you know, if you're looking to sell something higher or buy something lower, you go, well, I may as well be in that direction until I get to the level I'm looking to buy or sell. Don't do that. Come into our room at TradeGATEHub, set up a demo, surround yourself with traders better than yourself and you'll rise to their level. And this is Coach saying, tread lightly right now. It's okay to do nothing. It's okay to miss things. They haven't nationalized the markets yet, although they are nationalizing our financial system if they're going to backstop every dollar placed into banks above the SIPC $250,000. So the old Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times. We certainly are in them. So be careful, protect your equity, because I guarantee you the markets will be here, and you don't have to do something in chaotic, very dangerous type of market conditions. Isn't it risky enough when we're doing our trading without these event trades happening and these huge ranges that we have? So I'll leave you with that. Be patient. Don't chase anything. Let the markets come to you. And I have a great interview. What timing for an interview tomorrow? I have Joseph Wang at Fed Guy 12. Joseph worked on the trading desk at the Fed. Tune in for that. If you're interested in the Fed, a fan or not a fan of Jay Powell, tune in to hear what Joseph Wang has to say, what the Fed may do next week, having been an insider in the light of the shakiness of the banking system globally. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. And remember, there's more to life than money. So don't just count your pips, count your blessings.